Do you guys want a new Avengers team? Are you guys excited for Avengers 5? Well, it could be coming more quickly than you think, and it's practically been confirmed that the Young Avengers will make their official debut soon. Almost every member of the Young Avengers has either been confirmed or at least hinted at, plus some new members could be joining. Monica Rambeau was a child in Captain Marvel, and in the comics, she's actually Captain Marvel before Carol Danvers. She has been confirmed to be working the newly founded S.W.O.R.D. and will play a major role in WandaVision and Captain Marvel 2 as the hero Spectrum. I know that she isn't a child, but with most of the Avengers either dead or retired, it might be hard for people to take them seriously, or even for them to make the right decisions, at least in the early days of the team, without an adult to lead and guide them. For this reason, Monica could be the leader for a while, possibly giving us more of her backstory and how she became Spectrum or even Captain Marvel, before we see her again in Captain Marvel 2 or her own show or movie. If you want to learn more about Monica Rambeau, you should watch my video on her after you watch this one. The link will be in the description. I'm planning to do a giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers, so if you want to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, leave a like and comment on this video, and if you want, stay tuned till the end where I'll go into more detail on it. Marvel Studios is in the process of giving Kate Bishop a big future in the MCU. She'll be a co-star in Hawkeye opposite Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton and will be trained by the sharpshooter to become the new Hawkeye. As a skilled fighter in her own right, Kate is a formidable member of the Young Avengers, and there's even a chance that the MCU's Kate Bishop could be the leader of the team, which would be a nice step up for the next Hawkeye. In the comics, Kate Bishop isn't actually Hawkeye's daughter. They're not even family. Catherine Bishop was born to a rich family in Manhattan, and as with most heroes, there's tragedy in her childhood. Plus, she's not particularly close with her older sister Susan or her father Derek. Kate witnesses her father beat up another man, then follows him to one of his shady meetups, where Hawkeye saves her from capture. Hawkeye later becomes somewhat of a father figure to Kate, who like him, has no powers. However, as we saw in Endgame, Clint called his daughter Hawkeye, but when his family was snapped away, he yelled Lila, confirming that she isn't Kate Bishop.
Good job, Hawkeye. Go get your arrow. Lila, let's go. Lila? Honey?
I'm not sure what this means or how it'll work out, because there probably won't be two Hawkeyes, but if Lila was introduced in Avengers Age of Ultron, stuck around, and was called Hawkeye, they hopefully won't push her aside now. Even if she doesn't become the next Hawkeye in the show or later on, she could play a different, maybe brand new hero as a part of the Young Avengers too. A later addition to the Young Avengers in the comics, the MCU has slowly been setting up Cassie Lang to become a superhero like her father. She mentions in Ant-Man and the Wasp that she wanted to be Scott Lang's partner in fighting crime, but she was undeniably too young to begin this lifestyle. However, with the 5-year time jump in Avengers Endgame, Cassie is now officially 14 years old and much closer to being able to suit up. Many even thought that she was going to do just that in Endgame. As a descendant of a current hero, she could easily follow suit and join the Young Avengers in the near future. But if the MCU follows the comics at all, that may only come after the death of her father. If Marvel Studios is building towards the Young Avengers as quickly as it appears, then they could also be planning for Miss Marvel to join the team. Kamala Khan is better associated with the Young Champion superhero team, but the MCU may give her a new group to interact with at first. Kamala will star in her own Disney Plus series, so Miss Marvel will give fans plenty of time to get to know the Inhuman before she potentially joins the Young Avengers. Although her growth abilities may be a bit redundant with Cassie Lang's, having the same powers and also being a member, the multiple ways she can morph will allow for the similarities to be less straightforward. A more recent member of the Young Avengers in the comics, America Chavez aka Miss America, could be part of the initial lineup in the MCU. Marvel is reportedly casting a teenager for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that is believed to be Chavez. This early introduction could prove vital to the Phase 4 film story, but she would also greatly expand the reach of the team. If you want to learn more about America Chavez, you should watch the video I did, going into more detail on her, but once again only after you finish this video. Wiccan is one of the original members of the Young Avengers in the comics who's likely to find a way onto the MCU's roster. Known as William Billy Kaplan, the magical hero was originally known as Asgardian when he started playing hero. He eventually gained the name of Wiccan and learned that he's tied to the Scarlet Witch and Vision. Wiccan is the reincarnated version of Billy Maximoff and inherited his magic powers from his mother. His place on the MCU's Young Avengers roster wouldn't just be comic accurate, but it would also provide the team with a full-time mage. There are also rumors that Speed will possibly make his MCU debut, making him a prime candidate for the Young Avengers team. Thomas Sheppard was not an original member of the Young Avengers in the comics, but he did join them early on. In the comics, Thomas is another reincarnated child of Scarlet Witch, Tommy Maximoff, as well as the twin brother of Billy, although they aren't aware of this connection at first. He would also finally give the Avengers roster a proper speedster following the swift death of Quicksilver, Thomas's uncle in Avengers Age of Ultron. It also appears that Marvel Studios is gearing up for Hulkling to be introduced and likely find a spot on the Young Avengers. The half-Kree, half-Skrull is the son of Mar-Vell in the comics, has a vast array of abilities, and is one of the original members of the Young Avengers too. Instead of just hoping that Hulkling could one day find his way to the screen though, it now looks like Marvel Studios may give him his debut very soon. Recent reports point to Marvel looking to cast someone to play Hulkling in WandaVision. It's been rumored that Isaiah Bradley could be introduced in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show as a sort of mentor to Sam Wilson. It's also been rumored that his grandson, Elijah, could be introduced as well. In the comics, Elijah wanted to be a hero like his grandfather and uncle, but had no powers. However, he didn't let that stop him, and instead lied to join the team. Eli then began using the illegal mutant growth hormone pills to fabricate superhuman abilities. Later on, Patriot used himself to shield Captain America from gunfire, and was severely injured. After the battle, Captain America rushed to the hospital to give Eli a blood transfusion, only to discover another Captain America, Eli's grandfather, had already given Eli his blood, bestowing upon him real superhuman abilities. In the comics, Iron Lad is Nathaniel Richards, but in the MCU, we've already been introduced to Harley Keener, who, like Lila, was introduced early on in Iron Man 3, stuck around, and could instead take up the mantle after Tony's death. We've also seen that Loki has been captured by the TVA, meaning that he's been using the Tesseract he stole from 2012 to time travel. His time-traveling shenanigans could lead to him becoming a child and the final member of the team. Since we haven't been introduced to Nathaniel Richards yet, but every other member of the Young Avengers, including Iron Lad, has either been confirmed or at least hinted at, we could instead see him be introduced as Kang the Conqueror. Richards was fascinated with history and time travel, and after going back to ancient Egypt to try and recruit the first and strongest mutant, he was stopped and tried going back to his time, but overshot it and ended up 1,000 years in the future, where he got the technology he used to create his suit and conquered the Earth, becoming Kang the Conqueror. He's also related to Reed Richards, who along with the Fantastic Four and X-Men were recently obtained by Disney with their acquisition of 20th Century Fox. Since the Fantastic Four have been confirmed to be coming soon, Kang could be how they introduce them, and could even lead to Silver Surfer and set up Galactus as the next major villain in the MCU like Thanos was. To help speed things up, I want to give away a Baby Groot Funko Pop when we hit 500 subscribers. I know this isn't a PS4, Xbox, or Switch, but maybe if we keep growing we'll get there eventually. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment telling me pretty much anything. Why you liked or disliked the video, who your favorite Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Dragon Ball, or any other franchise character is, what movie, show, or game you're excited for or you want to come out, what character you want to see on the big screen, or basically anything else. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember that with great power comes great responsibility.